In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the niche tool. And we use the niche tool mainly in the situation which we have here, where we have a zero lot boundary. So a niche will chop out one leaf of brickwork and also draw in a lintel for you at the same time. So looking at this wall here, you can see we actually will need 4 niches. And if we just go to the brickwork view first, so we look at our wall, just to recap where we are. So you can see we've actually got 2 walls and they've been split where with the footing height changes. So we need to put in 2 niches in each of these walls. So I'll go back to my frames view, and the niche tool is that object there. So you can see the icon is trying to just show a niche. So you run that tool, same as the other frame tool. So you click on the point where it starts, then click on the other side and the direction. So you can see that niche comes in a default of 1210. Needs to stop there. So I also have this measuring tool here, so we can actually measure that niche and see that's 910. So while it's highlighted, we can change it to 910, and that's it. And then we'll go back to our niche tool, so these will all be 910. Okay, that niche actually ran out of space on the end of the wall, so I will now show you how to move that niche. See how it's areas, and this was too big for the wall. It passed in the wall, so it's moved it back this way. So if that happens, you can just pick that up. And move it to the next point. Might be best to use this point here. There we go. Okay, so if we stop there and just look at our 3D view, you'll see that it now has niched out that wall. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll finish off these other niches, and we'll come back and clean these up and get the heights right to match the drawing. Right, back to our frames view. Back to our niche. It's going to be 910. Back to that point. And with this niche, I might start on this wall, come back this way. That's the wrong wall, start again. And there's another instance of where we want the other wall to be selected preference. I might escape out of the tool, press X to select that wall, bring it to the front. So I'll go send to front. Now when I run the niche tool, it's going to pick that wall in preference. Okay, and that last niche is exactly the exact size that we need for 1210. Okay, one thing we noticed, there is actually a slight bug with the tool in plan view. It does chop out the entire opening. I've actually alerted Vectorworks about this, and I'll have fix soon. But if you look at it in 3D, it's actually correct. So just be aware of that glitch that will be finished or fixed shortly. Okay, so these niches, we can now set the heights. So we have a note here. The brickwork on lintel is at 22 courses, so all of these niches will have a head height of 22 courses. So if I press X, Shift, select all of these openings in one hit, make the head height 22. That's our 3D view. And now that the head height is at 22, you can see it's actually chopped out the brickwork at the bottom at the same time, which is exactly what we want. So you can see with those zero lot boundary walls, with just that one more type and a couple of niches, we get all those points we need. including the lintels. So if we go to our lintels view now, you can see it's actually allowed for a lintel as well. So you can do that quite complex wall very quickly and easily. And they will also give you solids to the head as well, because we always need solids. And we do have another option here to not send cuts. So this is quite important actually. So we generally don't want to send cuts because these piers are one brick. So if we select all of these niches and tick the box, don't send cuts, we won't over-order on cuts in that situation. Of course, that only applies to your 2 course face. Okay, so that is how we use the niche tool. You can also use the niche tool in internal areas as well. So if you have one of those niche situations inside a shower or something like that, or a feature wall, you would use that same tool. See you next week.